The topic of today is the principles of qualifying NET. First of all, in my opinion, which is most important, that is the selection of books. So this selection of books is very important. Now, at first it comes the history of English literature. And we know that this area, history of English literature, is a vast area. And there are so many books. So, which should I purchase or which should I follow? That is a big question and quite confusing also. And from that perspective, from that angle, I can say that all the books are good. All the books are good. But for human mind, it is very difficult to remember all the books. Because human mind is limited. And that is why it has limited capability. So, we have to purchase the books which are actually covering everything. And we must have to follow the books minutely. That means we will be specific in respective of purchasing the books, but when we will purchase, we will certainly finish the books minutely. That is very important. So what I have said that say history of English literature, it is a big deal. There are Sanders, Michael Alexander, a small book named Edward Albert's book. So there are Rolla Carter, David Dyches. So the list is long. Compton Rickett, very long list. So what I followed, I am telling this. So I had purchased all the books. But what I focused, that was on David Dyches. Number two, that is very a tricky thing, which is literary theory and criticism. And literary theory and criticism, it is also a vast area and not so easy to understand. And that is why, once again, I purchased a number of books. Louis Tyson, Patricia Waugh, Norton's Anthology, Peter Very. So the list is long. But what I followed, precisely speaking, I followed the book of Louis Tyson. So once again, we can purchase many things or many books, but it is very difficult to memorize or to read minutely all the books. So my suggestion is that be very specific in respective of the books. Now, another thing, that is you have to purchase a book on literary terms. And once again, this list is also long. So there is J.A. Cadden, M.H. Abrams, and some other books. But particularly, I followed both the two books, but focused precisely on J.A. Cadden. Another item that you have to cover, that is critical terms, a dictionary which will be needed on the critical terms. So literary terms J Carden, but critical terms which I followed, that is the book on David Massey, and in my opinion it is quite okay. You will also get some other books, but I followed, I'm telling about my personal choice, you can say, that is David Massey. And this video is not a video, that means no one has forced me to mention the name of the books or name of the authors. I am just telling for the convenience of the students or the aspirants. Another thing that you have to focus on the online material, which is also very important. So online platform is open, and it is, in my opinion, it is a huge advantage. So online platform is open to you. And some other tips or some other principles. So the first thing, that is selection of books and some of the important names of the books that I have mentioned. Now, what is important, that is solving the previous year's question, which is very important. At least the last 10 years, you have to follow, you have to read. Understood? So last 10 years at least you have to cover, you have to solve. At the same time, you have to know, or you have to collect the syllabus of the universities, various renowned universities of India, which is also important. So mock test, previous year question and syllabus. Mock test, that means you have to give some mock tests. You will find a number of questions and you will sit for the examination in your house, plenty of time, keep your head cool and just prepare yourself. So take it easily. Don't get extra stress on you. And in my opinion, personal opinion, it is not too hard. If you take proper preparation, if you are calm and composed and confident, certainly you will qualify NET. There is nothing else. So be specific about your knowledge, that what you are reading and what is the demand of the examination. So the demand of the examination, that you will learn when you will solve the questions. Another important matter that I would like to discuss, that is, this is bonus tip, that is, when you are free, then you will remember, revise or recollect that throughout the day what you have read. It may be at the time of having your bed or sleep, so bedtime, but you will always just recollect, think when you are free or bedtime, try to remember the things that you have read throughout the day, which is very important. You will find that you are just losing the points. Then once again you will try to remember and try. It will certainly increase your knowledge as well as the capacity of your brain. Okay. Apart from this, I would like to tell you the about the guesswork, which is very important. In your examination hall, you will encounter that you are just not getting the certain answer. That means you will not know all the answers. It is simply impossible to know all the answers. So what you have to do, you have to think, rethink and rethink. And then if you think twice or thrice, you will see that just you are getting a point. That means you are coming to the conclusion of a certain answer. So what I am trying to tell that if you take some time and if you concentrate properly and if you try to correlate the options, you will certainly get a proper option or answer. So don't skip these options. That means if you guess properly, your answer will be correct. So pay importance on this and it will definitely help you to qualify NET. So these are some of the important things of qualifying NET. Keep your head cool and be confident. A number of people surrounding you will tell you many bad things, negative things, that you will not be able to do this. It is very difficult. But I am telling you, assuring you that it is quite easy.